Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Yes.
We were here 2 hours ago with Lisa's live, so now we're here for my live with Stampendous. We love Stampendous. I'm going to find this on my phone. Make sure, there we are. Yep, there we are.
Good job.
But like Lisa said in her live, Stampendous, oh my goodness. I used to work for a Ben Franklin store. For those of you that don't know, that's a 5 and dime. It's been around forever. They went bankrupt about 12 years ago, but I worked at a Ben Franklin, and that's where I was introduced to Stampendous because I was the buyer for the store. And oh my goodness, I love Stampendous. Hi, Penny.
Hi, Penny.
They have beautiful stamps in both clear and red rubber. And they have papers, they have dyes, they have embossing powders, they have glitter, my fave, glitter.
Yes.
But Stampendous is a company that has been around for a very long time, and we are so happy that we can partner with them to bring you Facebook Lives.
Yes, we're gonna be back with them in August too.
We will. We will be back with them. Yes.
Yes. So love Stampendous.
We do. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Ann Butler, and this over here is my business partner and crafty friend, Lisa Rojas. We are Bella Crafts Publishing. We publish a free downloadable magazine 4 times a year called Bella Crafts. And the summer issue came out 2 weeks ago. It is filled with over 20 projects, and they're fabulous. We have a section in there that is 20-minute crafts, because we know everybody sometimes just is on a time schedule, but you should always find time in your day, whether you're just inking up some paper or you're sewing a seam, you should always find time to craft.
Yes, always.
Yes.
It's very important, we think.
It is. It is. And as Lisa would attest, it is something that helps when you are chronically sick. It helps get you through the day, and I had one of my granddaughters here last week for a couple of days, and we were in my room, and we were playing. She was playing. I told her I was working, and she's like, working? And I said, this is my job. I get to play with different products, see what they do, see what I can do with them differently. And that is my job. And she's like,
yeah,
nice job.
Nice job, really.
Yeah. So we are happy to be back with all of you.
Yes.
And he loves Stampendous too. It is a great company.
It is. It is one of the very first ones that I used when I first started stamping.
I know. Well, so many of the companies we used when we first started are no longer around,
right?
Or they've been absorbed, like Inka Dinka Doo. Hi, Jennifer from New Jersey.
Jennifer.
Yeah, so many of them are no longer around.
Right.
So
sad.
It's nice to work with a company that has that longevity, and we know and trust them. We know their products are great.
Yep.
So today I am sharing, it is so fun. I was doing something completely different for my live. And then I thought, I really want to use these. They have these panels. So they are quick card panels.
Go up. There you go.
Oh, they're quick card panels. And I do not color as well as a lot of people. Lisa has been using watercolors and chalk pencils and color pencils forever.
Yeah.
And I use them, and I get by, and I do what I like. I don't do like all of this beautiful detail like Fran does. And these are Fran's quick card panels. And I thought, I want to see what those are like. So I ordered these, and inside this package, you get, I'll show it to you when I'm on Project Cam too, but you get 3 different snowman panels and 4 different gnome panels, and you get 2 of each. Right. So there's enough here to make 14 cards. Although the way I did it, you could make 16 cards. And these are quick. I mean, you can just cut them out and slap them on a card and put a sentiment and you're done.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show you how you could take these and still make a quick card, but kind of make them your own, kind of layer them up. So it looks like you did a little bit more than you actually did.
Right.
You know, and that's what I'm showing you today. So we are happy to have all of you here. We want to remind, hi, Rebecca. We want to remind everybody to like, share, and comment with the hashtag Bella Crafts to be entered for the giveaway for next week. Stampendous is sponsoring a product giveaway. So you don't know what you'll be getting, but I'm sure it will be something, since our theme this month was Christmas.
Right.
It'll be some of their newer products, Christmassy. So, and no matter what you get, it will be fabulous.
Oh, yeah. They do great prizes.
They do. They do. All of our sponsors do. But when you get a prize package, sometimes you might get something out of your comfort zone, something that you might not have ever ordered. And that's kind of fun because you can, you know, step out and do something you're less comfortable with, and it might turn out fantastic.
I've done it 2 weeks in a row where I stepped completely out of my comfort zone, completely, and had an absolute blast. So, you know, sometimes you need that because it actually will rejuvenate your creativity.
Yep.
You know, so if you're in, you know, kind of in a funk or whatever, you try something you've never done before, it really helps. So
yeah, just a little bit different.
Yeah.
And like I said,
than that, I would do it.
These card panels, look at that beautiful coloring detail.
Oh, I mean, does such beautiful work.
Fran has been doing this, you know, over 30 years, and I could never. I suppose I could if I took the time, and I try. It still wouldn't be as beautiful as hers, but this made it easy, and I still made them my own. So that's what I'm going to share with you guys today. Lisa is going to put links in while I am doing my project. So if you guys have any questions, ask them, and Lisa will pop them up on the screen. Hi, Amy. Nice to have you here. Lisa will put them up on the screen, and if I don't catch them, she'll pop back in and ask me. So we want to make sure we answer any questions you have, or if you guys have tips along the way, we love to hear those too.
Oh, yes, we do. Or ideas.
Yeah.
We love ideas too. And somebody, you know, you're working on something and they say, hey, but what about doing it this way?
Right.
Love that. Love that.
I know, so because everybody thinks differently. Everybody crafts differently.
Exactly.
You know, so it's nice to have everybody's input. There is nothing more that I love than to be at a store or a convention teaching people.
Yes.
A lot of that has changed. So this is where we are. But we still love the interaction that this platform can provide.
Not quite the same, but
it's not, because I'm a hugger.
You know, yeah, me too. Me too. But it's still nice, you know, to be able to interact with people.
It doesn't mean that we're not planning something for next year.
This is true, because she's always planning something.
I know.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm going to switch my camera down, and Rebecca says she's a hugger too.
Yeah, she did.
So when we meet in person, you know.
There you go.
That is what is going to happen.
All right. Make it. Yep.
Okay. So Again, I'm going to take these out of the package so you can see them without any glare. I switched my lighting in the last couple of weeks. I think it's helped. So I don't have my fluorescent lights right above me. But isn't that just fun? I mean, these were originally done by Fran, and they made photocopies of them, and they included sentiments so that you can cut these out and create cards. So you get the 4 pictures of the gnomes, and you get 2 of these, so you get 8. And you get the 3 of the snowman. So that would be 6. So that would be 14. But like I said, of course, I did something a little different. And the reason I picked this set was because I have this stamp. I love this stamp. Have I ever colored it this beautiful? No. But this way I was able to kind of do a faux coloring, you know. So these are, oops, I'm a little blurry. Sorry. It's going to take my camera a minute. There we go.
There you go.
So I loved this stamp so much. I'm so glad they came out with these. And
so cute.
For those of you that love the slimline cards, they do have these frames and borders. And you can use this big one to cut this out. So you can do slimline cards too. I chose to do all A2 cards because that's kind of what I like. I mean, it's a nice size. And before I get started with the ones I'm going to show you or do with you, I want to show you the other ones I did. So this one is Greetings from Our Gnome to Yours.
So cute.
I had so much fun with these, I couldn't stop. So warm winter wishes to you and yours.
Those are just adorable. And
warm winter wishes.
Oh my gosh.
You know, so I wanted to add something to them so they weren't just plain, which is why I did the rhinestones and the little stickles here and there. It just adds so much to the card. I mean, you can see that shimmer in there.
So cute.
And like for this one, I just added like sequins on some of the snowflakes to give it just a little bit of extra sparkle. And these are quick. You can do them, like I said, in a snap, as my title says, because you can literally take, I'm going to grab a couple card bases. You can literally take these and just cut them all apart, right? So you could take the panels and just put them on a card base and add your sentiment. So that's where it would be in a snap. You could just do them quick. You could cut all of these out. I chose to die cut them. You could just cut them with scissors or a paper trimmer. I have a couple die sets that I use for almost all my cards, and it's just a stitch die. But so you could do it that quick with nothing else, and you'd have a card. So these could be that quick. Same with this one. You know, they are made so that the background kind of blends in with the back of the card. And this is one of the sentiments, and you just cut it down to size. And I did all sorts of different things. I cut them, I put little flags on the ends, and you know, you can just put it wherever you want on there. So that's where they would be quick. But of course, I chose to embellish just a little bit more so that they looked a little more handmade. And this is the gnome one cut with Stampendous Slimline die.
Love
I chose
that.
not to do this slim line. I might eventually, but if you can see real closely, like I put a couple little rhinestones in there on this
Yeah.
one. And then I added the sparkle of the stickles. Fran's artwork is stunning. You could even frame this, put it in a frame. I mean, that's how beautiful it is.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, this is where I came up with the 16 cards. Like, I cut this with the die, and then I thought, no, I want a card going the other way. So I decided to cut it apart, and I used the die to cut it apart. So this way I'd get 2 more cards. So, I mean, it's just easy. And of course, I always have tons of these. When I get my Sizzix big shout out, I cut a bunch of my backgrounds, and I chose to cut them in all sorts of different colors because I wasn't sure what colors I would like with these cards. I always do extra black because I use black on almost all my cards, but I like to have a stack of these, and I always have them handy so that when I have to make a quick card, I don't have to get my die cutting machine ready and out. So the first card I'm going to show you how to create is this one. And
that's so pretty.
It's just, again, that panel. And if you look at this, this is the panel. So it looks different because I inked up the edges. And
oh, yeah, you did. I just
did.
noticed that. Yeah.
I did because I wanted to add another element, you know, so.
Yeah. I just noticed that though.
You just noticed, huh?
Yeah.
So I grabbed the blue denim ink from Gina K and one of my blender brushes, and I just get the ink on there, and I always start just a little bit off the edge, and then I just came in. Just the reason I did it, I wanted to get rid of that white. The white is fine, but I thought, well, I wonder what would happen if I just totally got rid of that. And I really like how it turned out. And it was a little more detail that I was putting into this card. So just don't be afraid to try different things. And this ink, of course, did not match this background exactly, but it matched the scarf. So I was pulling that scarf into the edge. And I went all the way around and even over the snowflakes. And that's totally fine. Oops. Because I wanted to kind of close it in just a little bit.
And you're using Pink and Main blender?
I am using one of the Pink and Main blender brushes. Love these. They're so comfortable. It doesn't hurt my wrist.
Yeah, I
or
love
anything. Them. And I try to keep colors similar. So I try to use this for all my blues. And, you know, so I have a few of them. You can't always do that, but so I like how that turned out. And it was, you know, it took a minute. I mean, it's not like it took long at all. And then like I wasn't sure when I was doing these, when I did this one and I did all of those rhinestones on there, I wasn't sure about it until I saw it sitting across the room because I had them sitting on my workstation and I had them all sitting up. And I loved the rhinestones. I wasn't 100% sure, But when I saw it sitting up and away, I could really see that sparkle. So I wanted to just do one of these because I knew I was going to have to put a sentiment someplace. So I chose one. And to do that, I used Rhinestone Genie. I have a template with Rhinestone Genie that is for Christmas. So it has a tree and it has 3 snowflakes. So if you order this from Rhinestone Genie and use the code BELLA10, you get 10% off. But these snowflakes I've used in so many projects. And these are really cool because this is just an aluminum tray and these are magnetic, so they stick. And I know we've showed you guys before, but this never gets old, just like foiling never gets old. So I just cover it with the rhinestones, and then I take my brush and I brush. And magically, the rhinestones all fall into place. They fall perfectly face up. If they don't, like if you had one that didn't go face up, you could put some more rhinestones in there and do it a little bit more gently the second time. And they will turn. The brush helps them to turn. And then you move all of the extra rhinestones away. And this is an adhesive transfer sheet. And if you can tell, it's kind of wrinkly. I've used it before. You can use this several times. You can use it about 12 times. And you just take and you put it above what you want to pick up and just put it down. Don't hesitate. Just commit to it. Just do it. And then you can use your finger to rub, or you can use the brush to rub. And then you start at one corner and you pull toward yourself. This way, if they don't all come up, you can push it back down and kind of push. That one isn't going to for some strange reason. So I'm going to bring it up with this and do it that way. Okay, that one. Usually they all come up, but you just put it right into place because you have a little divot so you know exactly where it was. And then I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to get my iron over here. I have a couple things in the way. I'm going to pull my iron over. And you want a pad that you're working on. And you just take your card, push that up so you guys can see it. And you take this and you put it wherever it is you want. And these snowflakes, I've not found any snowflakes where it didn't work because most snowflakes have 6 spokes. And these rhinestone snowflakes have 6. And I can just line it up on each of those spokes and kind of press it in place. Take the iron and you just hold it. You hold it for about 15 seconds. You don't rub it back and forth. When you rub it, you can move those rhinestones because they have adhesive on the back. And you just want it in place. So you just hold it. And then, again, this is a little warm, but you want to peel it right away when you're working on paper because this is sticky. You don't want it to stick to your card base at all, right? I mean, you want to grab that up. And I'm going to move this back out of the way so I don't burn myself. And so there, that's how easy that was. And you can see that sparkle. But of course, I wanted just a little more sparkle. So I got out my stickles. And this is diamond. So it's kind of clear and iridescent. And I wanted it just a little bit on their hats. And a little goes a long way. So if you squirt out a little, you don't have to squirt anymore. You can take and rub that and pull that to where you want it on the card base. But I know that I wanted to do their hats just a little bit, and it just gives it a tiny bit of sparkle. And if you wanted, you could do just a little bit down here in the snow. Since I covered it with blue, this will just kind of highlight it a little bit more. And you could put some of this out on a craft sheet and use a toothpick to move it around, and that would work totally fine too. You're not going to see it right away because it's wet, but it'll add just that extra sparkle that I was looking for. And then on this card, I had a hard time choosing the background. So what I thought was, I'm going to show you guys different backgrounds. See, I gravitate toward black. So when I picked the navy blue, that was surprising. So I brought these three. See, because I think the black looks really super nice. I always think black just frames things nicely and sets it off. So you could do black. Now here it is with the navy blue, which I really liked, which, like I said, it surprised me. But then I have the light blue, which just kind of blends the whole thing. And of course, Lisa loves this. This blue is her favorite color.
Oh, that's so pretty.
So we'll do the blue for Lisa. Okay. I'm going to turn it back toward me again. And
Dorothy is showing the kids she's babysitting what you're doing.
Oh, fun. See, this is something that they could do with you because it's just
super easy.
So easy. And you don't have to do the rhinestones. You can do, like I showed at the beginning, you can just literally put this on a card base and be done. But I like to make it look a little bit more handmade, even though I didn't color it. Nobody really needs to know, right?
Nope.
And this is still just a tiny bit wet. So I'm going to, well, if it goes on here, I'm covering it up, so it's fine.
Maria's getting ready for the holidays.
See, and Christmas in July is the perfect time to craft some of your gifts and make your cards.
Just
so then you're not stressed out.
Yeah.
See how easy that is? And that sparkle of those rhinestones and the stickles. And if you wanted, you could use sequins like I did on this card. So I used, I want to make sure you guys can see this.
Oh, there you go.
There you can see it.
There it is.
There. I mean, you can really see it in person. On camera, it's harder. But the stickles, and I used it down in the snow. But then on the snowflakes, I put sequins. And that's cool, too. So there's so much you can do. And for this one, I'm just going to do Happy Holidays. And to give it just a little dimension, I used foam tape. And I just literally cut my foam tape thinner. And put it on. Of course, pulling off the tape part of it takes longer on camera.
Of course it does.
And I'm just going to stick that up over in this corner so that you can still see the rhinestone snowflake. And because I cut these by hand, you know, you could use a ruler and a scissors or a paper trimmer. But I think it looks just fine, even if it might not be 100% straight. But isn't that cute? I mean,
that's adorable.
So this was the slim line, and I just cut it so I could get 2 cards. And I just love how they turned out.
Yeah, I like that dark blue too.
I love the dark blue, which is why I used it. Now, the second card I'm going to show you is this one. It is so cute. And I did use green, although I buy paper packs at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's when I go. I mean, both of those places are an hour or 2 hours away from me. And I'll buy the paper packs when they're on sale, 5 for $10. Well, I'm all out of this green and that blue. So for the card that I'm going to show you, which I think I'm going to like just as well, I'm doing it with red.
Ooh.
You know, and I made a bow with some of my ribbon just to give it another dimension, just to give it another bit of that homemade appeal, right?
Yeah. Well, we love embellishments, right? I mean, my goodness.
And of course, on this one, because it's smaller, which is why I did all of the layers. But again, I used the stickles, and I did his beard because I thought gnomes should be sparkly. And I just think that you're adding so very little, but once it dries, it really adds just the perfect little touch. And I did the top part of his hat and the other gnome's hat. And I did some of these little pieces of snow. I didn't do them all. I just wanted to bring a little bit of that sparkle.
So cute.
You can see it more on this one. If I hold it in just the right way. There.
Beautiful.
You can see the sparkle. I'm going to let him dry for a minute while I layer this card. Usually I start with usually I would glue this first and build. But I'm going to do it backwards so that, and always make sure your card is opening the way you want it to before you start.
Yeah.
You know, not that you can't fix it. You can take it apart. It's not a big deal, but it's nice when you don't have to. So I thought I tried brown with the gnome too, but I didn't like it as well. So I thought the red would really make this pop. And since it's Christmas, it seemed appropriate.
Yeah, I love that red.
So I just layer these up. And, you know, sometimes they're not totally perfect, but it's a handmade card, right? I always have to look at this, make sure I have it going the right way. just try and center them as best you can. And now him, yeah, it's still a little wet. But I'm just going to stick him down on here to put my adhesive. And if you need to, after you have it all together, you could add more stickles. You could add them anytime you wanted. I would normally wait. See, you can see all the little stickles on here. See that?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to cover that up. So it's okay.
Yep.
And it just kind of flattened the stickles that I did have on there. Now I like to add ribbon to my cards. And sometimes I'll wrap them around the different layers. But I thought for this one, adding a bow just right there at the corner was a nice touch. Before I add that, I'm going to put my sentiment on.
And
yes,
Cindy wants to know where's the paper cutter for the red paper? You used a die, right?
Okay, it's a scallop die. A lot of companies have them. It's a stitched and scallop die. I've had it forever. And it's a nested die. So just look. I'll see if I can find a link because I don't even know what company it's from. It's just the nested scallop die and the square dies are just dies I've had for 20 years. So, but so many of them make them and sell them. I'll even look and see if Stampendous has them. So for this one, again, I added the foam tape. And I just stuck it down here at the bottom. I left a little bit of that white edge showing. And I just looked both ways to center it. And then I took my glue because that's going to hold the ribbon the best. And I just take a craft stick so I can get just a little bit of glue to put the ribbon in place. Now I just pre-made this bow. And just stick it in the center. And then because it's not going to stick, I have a clothespin right here. So I want to show it to you guys before I put the clothespin on though. I do like the red. What do you like? The red?
I really like the red.
The red just makes it pop.
Yep.
You know, so.
Now, I checked Stampendous and they don't have the scallop, but they do have, I'm putting the link in for it now, a decal edge.
Yep, a decal edge which would be very similar to this edge, which is very cool too.
Yeah, that's the die set that they have. Yep. I love that.
So yeah, I think that's beautiful, which is why I used it for this. But so he has to dry, but see how quick and easy these cards were? I mean, just what I would do is you get 2 of each in a package. I would order 2 packages, depending upon how many cards you're doing. And then I would cut them all out so that you have them all ready. I would just have them all cut out and have your card bases and anything else. That way you can just whip these together so quickly. And it doesn't take any time at all to make these cards. And like I said, you can just take a card base and the panel and put the greeting on and have a card. You don't have to do the layers or the inking, but I like to just make it look. Sometimes in the past, I have even bought Christmas cards and I add things to them.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah. So, I mean, these panels are great because you have that beautiful coloring from Fran, and you can make them your own by which works so perfect. Red is your favorite too, Cindy? Yes, the red is.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I would like it. I liked the green so well, which shocked me because green, I don't use a lot of green. But
I don't either, but green looked good.
There was so much green in the gnome picture itself.
Yeah.
So I could go with a bunch of different shades. I tried a lighter one. I didn't like it. I tend to go to the darker ones just because I think it makes it pop more. But the red is definitely very nice too. And now I have a bunch of my cards done. So
you're ahead of the game.
I am ahead of the game. Dorothy likes both the red and green borders. Green because it has your last name. Yes. And the red because red is best. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I know. It's, if you're going to get these panels, get them now and work on your cards now so they're done.
Yes.
So, I mean, even though they only take a few minutes, if you wait till the 1st of December, then it's the second week in December, and then it's just nice to sometimes get things done ahead of time and just have them
ready to go,
ready and available.
Yes.
Thank
you, Cindy. I'm not really sick. It's just that.
Hi, Jimmy.
I just lose my voice. So I'm not really sick. I just lose my voice. I talk too much.
I think it's still from your sickness a year and a half ago.
I mean, me. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
There's a children's book titled Red is the Best, but red is my favorite color.
Oh, that's nice.
And see, purple is my favorite color. And do I use purple a lot? No. I just love it.
Yeah.
But
I can't say that about blue because I use my blue a lot. I love blue. Yeah. In sunflowers.
Oh, I wouldn't have known. Your curtains are sunflowers.
You're bad.
She's trying to put sunflowers in spring issues of the magazine. I'm like, no, sorry.
Yeah.
Let's change those colors a little bit and put that in the fall issue.
I think
even though sunflowers are year round, and I know it.
That's right.
They would take over the magazine if I let her. So.
This is true. It probably would. It would be all sunflowers, and that would be boring.
Well, there's a lot of really cool sunflower patterns. So
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Penny has you covered.
Penny knows.
Yep.
She's my girl. She knows.
Well, I hope you guys liked how easy and quick these panels are to use from Stampendous. They are just too much fun. I wasn't sure because I like quick and easy, but I like to do it all myself. So when I saw these, I was really intrigued and I loved the patterns. And I thought, even though you can just take the panel and put it on a carpet and it looks great. It does. And it still looks like you could have done it. But I just wanted to add just a little bit of layers and stuff to really make it handmade.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, they came out so nice.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're going to announce last week's winner, and I'm so excited because she's here. Yay. And that doesn't always happen. And last week, our sponsor was Sculpey. So they are giving away a prize package valued at more than $100. I mean,
Yeah.
it is fabulous. And the winner of last week is Maria.
Yeah,
Chewy.
Maria.
So you are here.
Who
Pink
loves
is Amy's favorite.
who loves drawing and painting sunflowers.
Wow. I know Lisa's waiting for me to make her a sunflower stamp, which is
I
on my
am.
list.
It's like, hello, let's get this going.
Maria, please
Congratulations,
send
Maria.
us
That's awesome.
your mailing address so I can get
Yes.
that to Sculpey. And for those of you that didn't win, enter for Stampendous because you have until next Tuesday at midnight Central Time. Like, share, and comment with the hashtag BellaCrafts because that's how we find you and put you into the program. It just
Right.
automatically finds you. And if you are watching from YouTube, you still have until the 19th at midnight Central Time to enter with the hashtag BellaCrafts because we choose the winners after midnight. And those will be hand put in by Lisa
Yes.
for the drawing. So everybody has a chance to win.
Yes. So, yay. Yay.
So next week we will be back.
I liked Maria's comment. She's like, what? Really, me? Yes, Maria, we are talking about you, girl.
Yep. We are talking about you.
That's
and we're so happy that you won.
Yeah, congratulations.
So next week we will be back at noon and 2:00 Central Time with 2 more great projects.
Yep. Thank you all for sharing already. We see that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Lisa's live is very cool, Dorothy. You're going to love it. She did an ornament card.
I did.
A pop-up ornament card. It was really cool.
Ah, it was fun to make.
Yes, it was fun to watch.
Yay, that's what it's all about, right?
Right? So I hope you guys like these quick and easy cards. I loved them. And Stampendous, that was a fabulous idea. They had to take these and print them out so anybody can look like they're a great artist like Fran.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Love it. All right.
Well, until next time.
Oh.
What are you going to say? Enjoy the rest of your day? What?
Well, no, I was looking at Jimmy when she was saying, love the expandable snowman. Yeah, he was really cute.
He's super cute. I know.
Yes. So, yes, like we always say, every single week, make sure that you take some time to craft because it's good for your soul.
It is.
It really is.
Definitely
guys.
is.
It is. Have a great week. We'll see you all next week.
Yes. Thank